Welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabriela Catano and this is Catano Glam English. I am doing the intro without makeup so that you guys could really see the transformation since right in the beginning. If you're interested in watching this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you are not yet getting notified of my videos. Si quieren ver este video en español, pues visiten mi otro canal, Catano Glam. And let's move on. I wanted to do this video for you guys because if you are watching it during quarantine, I just feel like we need a little bit of normal back to our day. You know what I mean? Like, we're not really going anywhere. We're not doing anything. Some of us still have to do or go to work or have virtual work meetings or virtual classes. And if you don't want to look like shit, then honey, pay close attention to this tutorial. It's still gonna be a little bit glam for my girls that like an extra little makeup touch here and there. So let's just get right into it. First, I want to point out that I banged my chin really hard against my makeup desk, so I'm sorry if you are distracted by this redness right here. I literally just did it like 5 minutes ago. Today I'm going to try a new technique for eyebrows, but if you really want to know how I do my eyebrows perfectly, then go ahead and visit this link right up here. If it doesn't pop up, then that means you're probably watching on a cell phone, and you can go ahead and click it in the description box, and that's how I get my perfect Instagrammable slay professional eyebrows. Today we're gonna do something totally different. So first I'm just going to brush them up. I always do this. And I'm gonna go ahead and take a little concealer. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer. It's in the shade 20WY. It's from Urban Decay. I typically add concealer to my brows once they're actually filled in and once they're done. But this time I wanted to kind of do a reverse process and shape my brows before I actually start putting product on them, just to see if it makes it easier to see the shape that I want. So that's pretty much the shape I want on the bottom. I gave myself the arch or anything. I didn't go too close to where my natural hair is because I am gonna fill in a little bit and I don't want to make the brows too thin. But so far I'm just cleaning up any area that maybe has brow hair that has been growing out. And we can also just prep the eyes with the rest of that concealer. And now I'm gonna do the same thing to the top, guys. Not getting too close to the brow hair, but still giving it a nice shape. See how I just created that shape? So now I have a little bit more freedom to go in with whatever brow product that I want and fill in any little sparseness that I might have, any hole. I don't want to blend this too up because I still haven't applied any moisturizer or any primer or anything, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it on the other side real quick. So I'm taking the Havana Camila Cabello L'Oreal Paris Instabrow. This is a very interesting product because it kind of has its own applicator that's already angled and everything, so it's supposed to give you those hair-like strokes. Let's see. I'm gonna try my hardest not to go onto the actual concealer and just to like stick to the shape I already gave myself, and then following like my natural brow hair growth. I feel like this would be a really awesome product if the applicator was bigger, because since it's so small, like, I don't know, I feel like you have to use so much more product than what you should be using. All right, I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not upset with the shape. I just think the product itself is not my favorite, but I think it's fine. For eyeshadow, I am taking this palette, which came in the BoxyCharm box for April. It is from Zoeva, and it's the Caramel Melange. I'm gonna hop into the shade Alchemy, and I'm gonna apply it on the outer corners and just going inward. I always love doing this because I think that it really brings out your actual crease. I just realized I could have totally done the Foxy Eye for this tutorial, but you know what? It's a little late for that. You guys are gonna have to subscribe and stay tuned because I'm probably gonna do that next. I think that eyeshadow look is so gorgeous, but this one's super cute too. I'm gonna hop into this shade because it's a beautiful pink salmon color. This one I'm applying more directly into the crease, so I'm trying to use a flatter brush. This one came in the Naked Honey palette from Urban Decay, but you guys could use whatever blending brush that's still a little bit on the flat side. So far, I think the pigment of this palette is pretty nice. If you guys have never heard of BoxyCharm, they send products every month. It's only $25 a month. and you literally get like 4 to 5 full-size products. And now they have something called Boxy Premium, which I'm also going to be using some of the products from April in this video. Even though it's not sponsored, they did send this to me through PR, and I just wanted to play with some of the products. And Boxy Premium I think is $35 a month, but you just get, I think you get like 1 extra product or something, and each product is honestly like so worth it. Like, this alone is probably more expensive than the actual box, and I'll put the price right here so you guys see what I mean, because you get so many things. Anyway, if you want information, you can go into the description box because I do have a link directly there. It is an affiliate link, by the way, so if you decide to subscribe, I am gonna make a slight commission, but this video is not sponsored. So we're gonna keep this matte, and I'm gonna go in with this soft brown shade, and I switched over to a bigger blending brush, and I'm going to apply it like so, trying to get it close to my lash line, but not necessarily doing it like a winged liner, just kind of like going down diagonally and not going up into the crease, like staying in this triangle. The reason I used a blending brush for this, guys, is because I do want it to look nice and smoked out. I don't want it to look too harsh or anything. And if you want to learn more tips and tricks, I'm actually doing a virtual makeup lesson, so you guys could just write me an email, catanoglam@gmail.com. You can be from anywhere in the world. You don't have to live in Miami, you don't have to live in LA, and it's literally at such a discounted rate. It's 50 to 65% off compared to my in-person makeup classes. I have over 6 years experience as a makeup artist, so you guys are gonna learn so much. This is also great, especially if like you've wanted to ask me questions while you're watching videos and you can't because I'm not there with you. This isn't a live video. So now I'm gonna be able to teach you exactly what you're doing wrong. You can ask me questions. It's literally like a virtual meeting. So it's awesome. If you guys have any questions, you can write to my email, catanoglam@gmail.com. And I'm sorry that I had to plug myself, but girl, I am trying to make money during this quarantine. With the other side of that Urban Decay brush, I'm gonna mix these 2 shades, this beige and this white shade, because I wanna bring a little bit of light to my look. And I'm just applying it in this direction, like press and slide in between, like where you see right here. That's where I'm applying it. Pressing and then gliding to about right here. You can also apply it right here to give some brightness to the brow without having to add a highlight effect. Moving on to skin, now that the eyeshadow is done, we're gonna finish up the eyes at the end of the video as usual, and I'm gonna take the Beauty Counter Counter Match Adaptive Moisture Lotion. I am also taking a tiny little pump of the Anti-Aging, Anti-Wrinkle Collagen Eye Serum from CATANO by Anise. This is such an amazing brand, and not only because it's my mom's, guys, but it genuinely is. It's cruelty-free. This serum comes in a pack of 5 amazing products. So this primer from Benefit, it's called Pore Fessional. It came in the BoxyCharm box this month as well, and it's the Hydrate Primer, so we want our skin to be looking nice and dewy and glowy today. Make sure you press it into the skin because this is going to really get into your pores, cover them up, and make sure your makeup lasts. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Origins Pretty in Bloom foundation. I am taking the shade 400. It is the shade medium, but guys, I swear it's not as dark as it sounds. Usually I would use light, but medium looks pretty good on me. I'm mixing it with the iconic London Illuminating Drops. Guys, these are so pretty. They literally are gonna make my skin glow so much. If you guys have more oily skin, then maybe I suggest not mixing it with your foundation specifically, but maybe just adding it to the high points of your skin so it gives you a little bit more of like that natural glow versus a greasy look. But I don't care. You guys know I love to glow, so I'm gonna mix it in. And I'm taking the 100 foundation blending brush from Il Maquillage. I also applied a little of that Naked Concealer off camera just to save a little time, and I'm using the e.l.f. Cosmetics sponge. Guys, this sponge is so much fun. I love it. The shape is so cool. I actually saw it on Karen's Instagram, I Love Sarai, and I actually really like it. It's available at Target. I'm not gonna apply cream contour, but I am gonna set my under eye and a few other areas using a translucent powder like I usually do. Today, I'm gonna be taking the Magic Star Concealer from Jeffree Star. I haven't used this to set my under eyes in a hot minute, so hopefully I still like it because I feel like I tend to stick to a certain product that I really love and then I never touch my other products again. So I had been ignoring this one, but let's hop back in. I've also been using this little number. It's the coolest thing. I use it to apply my translucent powder, like my baking powder, but I don't know what else it could be used as. And before that sets too much, I am going to dust it off using a Sophie Cosmetics brush. It's always important to dust it all over the rest of your face. Normally, I wouldn't do this with translucent powder, but because I'm not going to go anywhere, I'm not going to be taking flash photography. I am going to be taking pictures, but not necessarily with flash. It doesn't bother me because I'm not going to be getting any flashback. And we're also going to bronze up the face in a second. I'm taking the Alamar Cosmetics Bronzer and Brighten Complexion Trio in the shade Fair Light. And I'm just using this shade because I want to add a little bit more brightness under here. Sometimes when I add too much baking powder, I feel like my under eye circles just look darker. So if that happens to you, you can do what I'm doing. And then anywhere else that I want to add a little extra brightness, you can do that too. I'm hopping into this brush from Alamar. I think that this is the bronzing brush from their new collection, and I'm going to be using this bronzer from the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. So I'm still applying it in the same place I would normally put the bronzer, but it's not going to look so like harsh. It's going to look a little more natural while still looking snatched. I feel like the camera has been going up and down this entire video, so I'm sorry. Right now it's on my ring light. It usually is on a tripod instead. Anyway, I did apply a little bit of highlighter off camera because my camera was heating up, and it's the one that comes in the Charlotte Tilbury palette. Just to add a little glow. I didn't go too crazy, but I did like the usual. Although I didn't do any glowiness to the eyes, I don't think I'm gonna add any highlighter to the inner corners. I haven't decided yet, but I am gonna add a little of the iconic London drops to my chest, and I'm gonna blend it out with this little baby beauty blender. Look at how cute it is. So these drops do blend out pretty quick, so you wanna make sure you blend them out ASAP. So I'm taking that brush that had a little bit of this pinky salmon shade, and I want to add that shade to the bottom lash line. I don't want it to be too dark, so let's just stick with the pinky, and I'm going to blend it with this part right here so that it all kind of looks nice and blended together, and there's not like a big difference between what's on the top and what's on the bottom. I've decided that I want to do a little wing liner. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the entire look. Oh my god, I'm just gonna do it right here on the ends, and I'm doing it as close as possible to the lash line. I don't know why I decided to do it. I feel like I messed it up, but I'm gonna see how it looks at the end. So notice how I didn't do anything on the inner corner. I literally just did it like on the outer side. And this is the Felt Tip Liquid Eyeliner Super Slim from L'Oreal. Obviously, if you're watching this later on in the future and you decide to recreate it, maybe do your liner before you do your face. That way, if you do mess up, you can go ahead and perfect it with some concealer and not risk ruining the rest of your makeup. This is a curling iron. This is an eyelash curler that I absolutely love. I do it about 2 times, and it is from the brand Pure. So I'm taking the Wander Beauty Volume and Length Mile High Club Mascara. This also came in the BoxyCharm box of April. I think it was in Boxy Premium, but I might be mistaken. It might have come in the BoxyCharm Standard. You guys could always get that information again with the link down below. And I'm gonna try to get as close to the roots as possible. So I like to hold the mirror under here like in an angled way. And then I start to like kind of wedge the mascara back and forth. I think it's pretty good. It separates my lashes nicely. It makes them look pretty long. We gotta add some to the lower lash line. I always do this. And to finish up, I'm taking the Nude Sticks Magnetic Lip Plush Paint. This is called Wakiki Rose or Wakiki Rose, and it's also from BoxyCharm. I'm using the applicator to kind of line the lips. If you guys want to learn some tips and tricks on how to get big ass luscious lips, you have to click this video at the end of this tutorial because I show you guys how to do that without having to get lip filler or surgery or anything, and I swear your lips are gonna look so juicy after you do everything in that video. I wanted to tell you guys that this is actually pretty comfortable for being matte. It doesn't make my skin or my lips feel really dry like most mattes do. It feels pretty good. Alrighty guys, well this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching the whole video. Please subscribe because I am going to continue to create a lot of content for you guys. If you want to see a specific video next, or if you have any sort of question, please leave me a comment down below. I always read your comments and I try to respond, or at least like them, let you guys know that I appreciate you watching my videos, and it just shows me that my hard work is being paid off. If you could share this video and give it a thumbs up, that would be amazing. If you do want to take a virtual makeup lesson with me, remember that I am replying to my email, catanoglam@gmail.com. You do not have to live in the United States. You could live elsewhere as long as you have internet. It's at a super discounted rate. We could do groups between 2 to 5 people or personal one-on-one, basically teaching you guys beginner, intermediate, advanced levels of makeup. So leave me a question if you have one here in the comment section, or just email me. If you guys want to see this video in español, pues síganme en mi otro canal, CATANO GLAM. And if you're not following me on Instagram, remember that I post way more often over there on CATANO GLAM and on Gabriela Catano, so I will be waiting for you on those channels as well. And I will see you in my next video.